Okay, 321, 321, voice is working. Put the main window in place. Ignore the fact that I look really weird for a moment then. Head back on. Try and align my chair with the cockpit. Probably a good idea. Okay, am I in place? I'm in place. Is that going to work? Oh no, I've got to power it all up first, haven't I, before I do that. Right, first things first. Battery. I remember how to start this thing. APU on. Let's get the engine starting up. Close canopy. Let's have some nav. Oh, just my headset a bit. Fuel, I'm not going to open the radar on. Let's have nav lights, strobe lights. Okay, I think we're good. Engines look good. APU can come off. Right, let's go for the really important thing first. Gotta look good, right? There we go. Hello. Right. Let's put that on auto for a second. Oh, already had it clicked. Apparently clicking it does its thing, but doesn't actually make a difference. Okay, that seems comfortable. Right. So, time is it? Oh, Siri wants in on it. So it's about 6:10 in the evening. I've been out for a run and walk and stuff like that today. It's been a fairly busy day, although a day off, end of one of my holidays. And I was going to have a movie this evening. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to have yet. Tempted to watch The Batman, actually. But before I do that, I thought I would, sort dinner and stuff like that. I thought I'd come in and, I don't know, about 40 minutes or something like that of trying out carrier landings again. Right. Now then, a thing I'm interested in, push to talk is on. Let me just think. Tower, request taxi.
Copy. Taxi to runway 15.
Yay, voice commands do actually work. Right. Brake lock off. I just remembered after playing multiplayer with my son the other week. Was it last? Yeah, it was a week ago today, I think, actually. And having got all the comm stuff going and everything, I kind of remembered that there were voice commands. It does voice recognition, so you can talk to your AI wing and tower and ground and the AWACS and stuff like that. But I'd forgotten, or I couldn't remember if it actually worked in the setup that I've got going at the moment. And having done the comms and everything while doing multiplayer, I thought, hang on, it's going to work, isn't it, in single player? Apparently it does.
Alpha 1-1. Tower. Cleared for takeoff at runway 15.
Okay. Let's get out on the runway. Now I don't expect this to go terribly well. It hasn't been going brilliantly, but I figure the more I practice, the better it's going to get right. Okay, let's just put that on for a second. Let's have a bit of flaps. Let's get just in my seat, got my lights on, stuff like that. I think we're good to go. Remember to fit the targeting pod and everything, so I've got that. That kind of helps. Right, let's take brake lock off. Let's go. Flaps up, gear up. Right, let's zoom out here. Where's the carrier? There's the carrier. Now, how do I... Can I talk to the carrier? Carrier, permission to land. Okay, it doesn't work like that. I can't remember how I actually... maybe... Let's just go home, comms, ATC, aircraft carrier.
Alpha 1-1, cleared to land on the carrier.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure how I specify that it's the carrier that I want to actually land on when I actually do the you know, voice stuff. So I seem to remember you can talk to the AWACS and ask it stuff, call it Overlord. I've forgotten the actual name of it. Sorry, not the name of it. I've forgotten what it is you can ask it. I do have, I think it's a wiki page saved somewhere that's got all the information on that you can actually say. Right, let's kind of come over towards the city a bit. I feel like I'm a bit high to be coming in for a landing, but I feel well positioned in the cockpit this evening. Right, let's lose some speed. I think I'll kind of come round the city. So it was noted when I was playing the multiplayer a week ago that I kind of do seem to fly with my rudder ever so slightly kicked in, probably to the right. I mean, obviously I'm using my rudder now because I'm actually in a turn. And I was just looking now, and my hand does seem to naturally rest with the rudder pulled to the right ever so slightly. I kind of feel like, I don't know if there's a way of countering that. It's just the way I naturally hold my hand. Okay. Let's bring it over to the right just a little bit. So yeah, I can, whoa, whoa. Got sticky grip then. So if I let go, yeah, I should be able to keep it sensible. Right, okay, let's pay attention. I'm getting distracted. Let's bring speed down. Oh, I got sticky grip there as well. Need to bring the arm up for a second, I think. Oh no, that's not comfortable. There we go. I feel I got my seat in the right spot. I'm gonna have to try and sort this out in a minute. Don't feel very settled. Right, hook down, flaps down, gear down. Okay, make me a sense of interest. Try, whoa, come on, no, on that, there we go. Right, let's try and settle into this. I'm well below the glide slope. Well below it. This is a really messy approach.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Try and keep flying straight for a wee bit. Bring it to the right a little bit, I think.
Alpha 1-1. Call the ball.
Okay. Coming close to intersecting the glide slope.
You're lined up. Lined up.
Right, let's not lose it now.
Lined up.
This is going well.
Power. Ready for lineup.
Over T.
Bolter.
Shoot. Could have sworn I had that.
Climb and return to the holding pattern. Wait for clearance. Alpha 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
Gonna have to watch that back. That was actually quite a tidy approach, for sure. We obviously did something just a bit off right at the last moment. Probably came down too early. My guess would be, and what it felt like, is I came down too early. Put my nose down, which meant the hook didn't engage. It was a tidy approach considering I'd started off quite badly. So I'm kind of happy with that. It felt right. Okay, let's try and turn this around quicker this time. Okay, slow down. Bring it out into the corridor a bit more. Let's drop the flaps, landing gear and hook. Get ourselves kind of configured.
Landing gear.
A little bit below the glide slope by the looks of things.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Just trying to gently turn into the corridor. Right, I'm above, just went above the glide slope. Let's just try and bring it down a wee bit. Okay. Not untidy. Well, I'm below the slope now. Actually getting a bit too slow, so just try and bring the glide slope up a bit. I'm getting weird flashing artifacts on the screens in front of me. Okay, flaps down, hook down, gear down. Above the glide slope. Lead off a bit of speed. Try and drop ourselves a bit faster, but not to the point of stalling. Below the glide slope. Getting a bit too
Alpha
slow.
1-1. Call the ball.
Still below the glide slope. Still too low. Bit off to the right by the looks of things as well.
Come left.
Kicking a bit of rudder.
Calm left. Power. Calm left. Power. Wave off.
See if we can do it. No.
Over T.
Bolter.
Whoa. Okay, that wasn't.
Landing gear.
Climb and return to the holding pattern. Wait for clearance.
It was a really horrible knock.
Alpha 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
There's a really horrible bang right at the end. And if I've broken my plane. That was doing okay until right near the end, and I drifted off way too far. Way too far. I feel like my approaches are getting better though. Definitely feel like my approaches are getting better. I certainly don't feel like. Just hold these. No, don't. Yeah, that's alright. Just trying to sort my chair out. I feel quite lined up. Okay, that should do things. Right. Feels a bit better. Let's just kill some of this speed and altitude. Gear down, flaps down, hook down. Start turning around. Quite some way above the glide slope. Okay, just hit the glide slope. Now I'm below it.
Landing gear.
Still below it.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Try and turn
Landing
in.
gear. Landing gear.
Still below it. There we go. I'm kind of turning, holding the altitude-ish, and yeah, it's not too bad. I kind of hit the glide slope now. I'm a wee bit above it. Okay, so let's loosen that speed. Need to come a bit left, I think. Try and get the nose up. Get the speed down. Flaps down, gear down, hook down. It's kind of, in a way, it's a little frustrating, but it's also kind of fun in that when I was doing this, just single player the other week, I kind of came in and did my first 3 first 3 attempts in a row were all good landings. Now I just can't quite get the right feel for it, but my approaches are okay, I think.
Alpha 1-1, call the ball.
So I think it's just about practice, practice, practice. Get used to looking at all of the bits of information in front of me. So I kind of figure this is one of the tricky things, is sort of getting a bit overwhelmed by everything.
Lined up.
Coming a bit left. Need to be careful.
Lined up. Wait for lineup. Wave off, wave off.
No, this looks okay.
1 wire.
There we
Welcome
go.
back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
Hook up. Flaps up. Wings up. Okay, that actually felt really tidy and really quite controlled. So that was nice. I was happy with that. Let's get ourselves round to our parking spot and then we'll do a takeoff. I'm not intending to be in here very long. I just wanted to come in and
Ground crew is on station.
have a little go, try and at least get 1 landing in, so I've managed that, which is good. The thing is, I haven't been too into coming into VR for most of the week. It's been a bit of a hay fevery week for me, so actually wearing the headset hasn't been something I've been wanting to do. Also, I kind of have been quite tired and everything just because of the hay fever and taking nose sprays and stuff like that. It kind of made me feel a bit drowsy. So most evenings this week I haven't really been up for mucking about in VR or streaming or anything. Right, let's just park here a second. Let's put... okay, that was good. I was happy with that. Right, can I... Tower, request takeoff.
Alpha 1-1, you're cleared to taxi to Cat 4.
Okay, good. So I'm not entirely sure how I invoice contact different towers. I'm going to have to look that one up. Right, okay, so we want launch bar down, brake lock off. Line up.
Alpha 1-1, locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Right, wings down. Give it a bit of flaps.
Alpha 1-1, shields up, ready to go.
Launch bar up. And as far as I can tell, launch bar can and should be up because I'm actually hooked up now. So, well, whatever that nasty bang was on my second attempt, all my surfaces seem to be working. So that all looks good. So I think I'm good to go. Right, okay, so we've got some flaps. Oh no, what I haven't done is catapult trim. Okay, brake lock is off, wings are down, we're good to go. Okay, hands off the controls, give it full blast, go. And we're up. Okay,
Landing gear.
flaps,
Landing gear.
gear up, come off the power a bit. There we go, I think we're okay, we're in the air. Shall I try once more? I think I'll try one more. Tower, request landing.
Alpha 1-1, cleared to land on the carrier.
Okay. I do like the voice recognition thing. It's actually really quite well done. There is the downside of it's a bit tricky to remember all the commands I can ask. Can't remember what I can ask the AWACS. Overlord, situation. Nah, can't remember what it is. There's something you can do to ask where you're at and your speed and altitude and stuff like that, but I can't remember what it is. Okay. Yeah, this looks like a good spot start on approach. Okay, let's put the hook down. Whoop, hook down, flaps down, gear down. Well below the glide slope. So let's try and level things out a bit.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
What was interesting was, although I do have the targeting camera, targeting pod camera thing set up just to help me, I hardly glanced at it for most of the approach. I was actually looking more at this thing and my HUD, so that's good. I'm slowly unlearning bad habits. Right, gear down, flaps down, hook down. Well below the glide slope, so let's just give it some power, flatten this out a bit. It is interesting that it does, I mentioned this before, I think, it feels different flying this in single player than multiplayer. I don't know if multiplayer actually does have an effect on the physics or something like that, but this feels just a bit smoother, a bit more responsive, something like that. It's hard for me to put my finger on. I don't know that that actually is the case. I don't know that it really does make a difference. I am well below the glide slope. Let's just give it some power, try and carry ourselves forward a bit. But I was definitely finding on my approaches that inputs seem to be it felt like inputs were processed slower. in multiplayer than in single player. I don't know if that's the case or not. If I can get the hang of this more and more, it'll be interesting to compare
Alpha
again.
1-1. Call the ball.
Right, how are we doing? Below the glide slope. I need to flatten this a bit. Also, I need to come right a bit by the looks of things. This isn't feeling quite so good. Trying to be a bit more rudder. Still
Power. Ready for lineup.
above the glide slope, below the glide slope.
Power.
Slope.
Wait for lineup. Power. Wait for lineup. You're lined up. You're high. Come left. 4-wire.
Got it.
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
That was a bit of a last moment landing, but I got it. I'll definitely take it. Okay, hook up. Let's take the flaps up. Take the wings up.
Ready to rearm and refuel.
So that felt like an okay approach. I definitely felt like I started to mess it up a bit at the end. Ever so slightly recovered it.
Ground crew service ready.
Let's just bring it over here. And we'll request a takeoff now. I think I'm going to head back to the airbase. I think I'm going to think about some dinner in a moment. Let's just put the brake on. What time is it? Okay, it's 20:07. That seems like a good time. So yeah, we'll head back to the airbase. I'm still not sure how. Picture. That's. Let's try that. Overlord. Picture.
Alpha 1-1. Overlord. Picture clean.
That's definitely not the one that tells me about my situation. Or maybe it is actually. I don't know. Cancel. ATC. So do I? Don't want the cruisers. So I wonder if once I've taken off, whether I can say, Barton Airbase and request. Oh, there's actually 3 air bases. I hadn't noticed that. Tempted to try Winchester one, given I used to live near Winchester. Well, Winchester, UK. Anyway, enough of this faffing about. Let us go put that back up for the second. Tower, request takeoff.
Alpha 1-1. You're cleared to taxi to Cat 4.
Launch bar down. Brake lock off. Get into the cat.
Alpha 1-1. Locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Oh, no, I wanted that off.
Alpha 1-1. Shields up, ready to go.
Cat trim. Okay, I think we're all good. Bit of flaps, gear still down. Launch bars up, hooks up. Brakes off, wings are down. Everyone's working. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's see if the trim works again. I've definitely had this thing that every time I've landed, the trims work first time and then it's failed the second time. Go. Yeah, that's not great. What's up with the trim? Okay. Okay. Let's just pull the power back. Take that trim off. I don't know what that's all about. Give them a little flyby first before we say goodbye.
Landing gear. Landing
Whoa,
gear.
don't stall, don't stall, don't stall, don't stall.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Uh,
Landing gear. Landing
Okay.
gear. Altitude. 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 Altitude.
bye everyone.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Winchester Base, Tower, request landing.
Alpha 1-1, tower, copy. Flight heading 298. Expect runway 35.
Aha! So that's how you do it. Ooh, that one's really far away. Don't know if I've been to that base. Let's go for it. Whoa. Not sure what speed I've got dialed in. Okay. I think the green one is... Oh yeah, green one's the speed that I've got dialed in that autopilot will go with. That kind of makes sense. I realise that I don't quite rest my hands on... I tend to put my hands on my the arms in my chair, which probably looks weird. It looks like I'm just like, you know, letting my arms float. So, what was that? 2 failed landings, 1 actually pretty good landing, I think, and 1 slightly dodgy landing, but I got there in the end. It's really hard to dial in a specific number. I'm trying to get 520. There we go. I'm really not sure where I'm going. Well, all the way up there. Okay. I don't think I've actually landed at that base up there. So I'm not entirely sure what it's like. Or maybe I have. Oh, yes, I think I have. Okay. Right, reset. Not far off. I just realised, can I dial in? If I change that, does that change? Ah, yeah, so that changes the... Oh! AP altitude, it says right above, doesn't it? Cool, okay. Probably shouldn't paint everyone like that. Off. Let's go take it down low over the estuary. Not entirely. Can't remember what orientation the runway was. Overlord, picture.
Alpha 1-1, Overlord. Picture clean.
Okay, so it definitely isn't the one that will give me a readout of my position and speed and things like that.
Alpha 1-1, tower. Clear to land at runway 35.
This is a really awkward approach, isn't it? I'm actually going to do flyover first. Having the line for the runway so close to these mountains here is an interesting choice. Okay, let's see if we can do a half decent landing on this runway. Watch my speed, don't want to stall out. It's definitely an interesting approach. I'm not sure I would have built it quite so close to those mountains. But I'm sure they know what they're doing right. just me, or is it starting to get dark? Okay. Okay, some flaps. Landing gear. Give everyone in that tower block something fun to look at.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Let's watch my speed. Well below the glide slope actually, so that's probably been a bit unfair.
Landing gear.
Whoa,
Landing gear.
that's quite a wide turn. Right, let's try and tidy this up. Okay, so rudder, kick it round.
Landing gear.
Wallowing a bit.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Just slip well above the glide slope. Oh, I'm coming in way too high. Let's just actually drop the nose down just to speed up the descent a bit. That wasn't too bad actually, I think. I was happy with that.
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
I was happy with that. Bit of a tight turn going to happen here. Oh, actually no, it's taking me onto the main area rather than on that taxiway. If I was going to have to turn down that taxiway there then. Try not go in the grass. Well, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I'm sure it was enough to horrify anyone who was actually comfortable and accomplished playing this, but it felt okay to me. Definitely enjoying playing something that involves sitting down. Take my hand off there for the moment. Almost home. Which one am I in? I think it's the one right at the end, isn't it? Seems so. Yeah, it is. gonna have to try this in multiplayer again, just to see if the difference I'm feeling is really there. See if I can detect that.
Ground crew's ready for you.
There we go. Lock on. Okay. Nav lights off. Strobe off. Power down the engines, I guess. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Oh, I didn't put the mirror down. I'm sure that's going to annoy someone. Okay, let's power all those off. I always forget which way to turn those. Power those off. That's pretty much everything. Power that off. And then just turn the battery off. But yeah, that's me done. I think it's now time to go and chuck a couple of burgers in the grill and get a drink and flop down in front of the TV and decide what movie I'm watching on a Friday night. As I said, I'm tempted to rent The Batman because I haven't watched that yet. I've heard reasonable things about it, so I may give that a go. But I may swap at the last moment and watch something completely different. Obviously the thing I'm waiting for at the moment is Top Gun Maverick. I did actually watch the original Top Gun again last Friday. Yeah, I think it was last Friday, a week ago, having not seen it for many years, and did enjoy it actually. Lots of fun. So I'm just waiting for Maverick to come onto streaming so I can watch that. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me. So if there is anyone out there watching, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And if anyone watches this stream recording at some point in the future, especially if you're an actual, pro at playing this, sorry that you suffer watching me do things badly, but it's all practice. It's all fun. But for anyone who is watching in any way, shape or form, thank you for watching and goodbye. And sorry about the weirdness and the noise as I take my headset off and